Hello everyone again and welcome to Python Tips. So today we'll be looking at the first project which will be on text mining. We will see how we can request data from a text based website, process that data, count the number of vowels that occur in that text. We do a word cloud and also count the most common words, which we call them stop words. So before we get into the practical aspect, let's look at the website we are going to be looking at. So this website is called the Project Gutenberg, which is a free online library that hosts over 70 plus thousand books whose copyright has expired. So meaning they are in what public domain. So so this is the website we are going to be using today to scrape text from that website and then do some analysis with it. We already saw the request library, which enables us to fetch text from a website. We already know about matplotlib for plotting charts like bar plots. And then the new library we are going to be looking at is collection counter, which makes it easier for us to count the number of times a particular word occurs in that text. And then the word cloud enables us to generate a word cloud image. And then the string library is what we are going to use for what removing punctuations like the string, that inverted comma, open and close. It could be commas and all the like. So the first thing we are going to import these libraries I mentioned and then run it. So when we import those libraries, we need to know the URL for that website, which is this one. You can always Google it. You can just go to www.gutenberg.org and then you are going to have that website. Then when we get that URL, we are going to request data from it. We do request.get. We pass in that URL. Now we are going to check if the request worked. So that's why we are doing response.status underscore code is equals to 200 if it works, and then we are not going to find any error message. And then we are going to do text data. We only need to extract what? The text from that website. When we do that, we can run this section. And then first task we are going to be looking at here is to what? Count vowels. So vowels are normally like A, E, I, O, and U. So before we go to counting those vowels, we have to, a good practice is to convert the text we read in as what? In lower cases to make everything easier for us to count. Then we want to count those vowels, so we are going to use a dictionary. We already saw what a dictionary is, a key value data type. So it is going to, or data structure, please, which is going to hold, maybe the key here will be A, and it will count the number of times A occur in that text. So we are going to do V. We pass in that text.lower count V for V in what? Vowels. So this for loop enables us to loop through this. It will start with A, it give it a total count, go to E, give it a total count, go to I, and so on. Then when we do that, we can print the number of times each of these vowels occur in that text, as well as we can plot it. So we can do plt.barplot. We pass in vowels count .keys to extract the keys in that dictionary, which will be what? A, E, I, O, and U, which when we plot it on this bar chart, we are going to have those on the x-axis. And then when we do vowels count.values, it is going to extract all the counts for each of what? Those keys, which will be A, E, I, O, and U. So if I run this, we are going to see each count for A, E, and so on. And then also the plot here, we can see here that E has the highest bar. That's the longest bar because it has what? The highest count in that text. Now we can also generate what I call word cloud, which is like an image containing the different words in that text. So before we do that, we first of all need to remove the punctuation sign, which could be the strings. It could be a comma, another string, a comma, and so on. So we will do string.make trans. We pass in these punctuations and then we do string.what? Punctuation based on this library that we imported, this string library, to remove what? Punctuations, as I did mention. Then when we do that, we can just pass in that word cloud, which is the library we imported. We want to know the width of that image. We can keep the background white, and then we want to generate every word in that text, and then we do what? We can plot it. So when we run this, we are going to see this word cloud. If you notice on my Facebook, you will see something like this. My Facebook page, you should be seeing something like this. So this is actually what I did, and then plotted a word cloud for that. Another common thing that we'll see, especially in text mining, are what we call stop words. Now, stop words are what common words like they, and, is, to, that don't really add much meaning in text analysis. So we want to see, for those stop words, there are actually 20 of them. And then we want to filter every word from that text using what? These stop words. So that's why we are doing stop word list. We are doing word for word in what? Words, if word in what? Stop words. And then we are going to count the number of times each of these stop words occur in that entire text. So we are going to do that. We are importing that counter that we mentioned from that collection library. And then we pass in those stop word list. And then we only want to get the top 10, the most frequent ones. That's the top 10. Because there are 20 stop words, I only want to get the frequency for the top 10. So when I do that, I can pass in, I can print those top 10 lists, and then I want to plot the labels as well as what the values. So if I print this, let's first of all look at. So we are going to see a list. That list with those top word has day, and then it has a value, it has two, it has another value, and then off, and then so on, since I'm getting just the top 10. Now I'm going to do labels, values, I'm zipping them, and then I'm going to pick all from what? These top stop words, and then do a bar plot for the labels, which those labels will go for what? The x-axis, and then the count will be what? The y-axis, I can give it a color green. I can change the color if you want. I can give it color red. And then same as we usually like label the title, we give it the X label and the Y label, which is the count. We can run this. And then we are going to have, a list that will give us those top 10 stop words. We can change it. You can keep changing. Maybe I want top 15. I can change here to top 15 instead of 10. And then I run it. I can also change this title here to 15. And then I run this. We are going to have what? Top 15 stop words. Guys, that was it for this project 2. So for the next lesson, we are going to be starting machine learning, which we are going to start with basic knowledge and statistics. Thank you so much. Keep following me for more tips in machine learning, both on YouTube, Facebook, and TikTok. Thank you, guys. Bye for now.